What's good with you people? Louthewritersports back with you once again. Hope everybody taking care of themselves, staying safe, and then basically living their lives. All right, let's talk about it. So, Tom Brady looked bad today against the Washington Redskins. He threw for 220 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. And the defending Super Bowl champs lost to the measly Washington Redskins on 29-19. Now, let's talk about how Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens lost to the Miami Dolphins, another bad team. They was basically their offense was solid the whole night. The play they were running wasn't working for them. And Miami played good defense, even though they one of the worst defense in the league. Also, when Baltimore was trying to get back in the game, the defense gave up a big play down the field to Miami for them to not only score a game-winning touchdown, but they went up two scores. Now, the whole time, the last 3 days since that game happened, the talk has been, Lamar Jackson is a terrible quarterback. Lamar, he can't throw. He don't deserve to be a quarterback. Basically, bad energy for Lamar Jackson, talking about what he cannot do, what he can't do, and he ain't gonna never be what he's gonna be. Do you think Tom Brady gonna get that same excuse this whole week? No, because if you talk bad about Tom Brady, it may cost you your job. They're gonna praise Tom Brady. They're gonna blame the defense. They're gonna blame the offensive coordinator. They're gonna blame the head coach. But do they do the same damn thing for Lamar Jackson? Like, they don't blame the defensive coordinator. They don't blame the offensive coordinator. No, it's Lamar Jackson's fault that they lost. Lamar is not the one calling the plays. Some of those plays on Thursday was bullshit. I don't know what the offensive coordinator was thinking when he called some of those plays for the Baltimore Ravens. Like, you saw that Miami was stopping the run. They were stopping those bubble screens. But did you even attempt to throw the ball in the middle or down the field? No, because Miami was going to let you have that. And plenty of times they had played Miami, they have killed them throwing the ball down the field in the middle. Basically, they wouldn't. Basically, the offensive coordinator refused to let Lamar Jackson rip Miami passing defense in that game. I'm like, you ain't gonna let. So that's the concept right there. That's still, even the offensive coordinator still don't believe that Lamar can throw the ball. When you've seen plenty of times him throwing the ball, great, plenty of times. If you don't believe in your man, get a new offensive coordinator. It's that simple. And now, Tom Brady, he can basically call his own plays. He can basically do whatever he wants, because if the coach tries to tell him what to do, the offensive coordinator tell him what play to run, they're going to get fired automatically. I'm going to break something down to you. This is not me taking up for Lamar Jackson. I treat every quarterback as the same as they're supposed to be treated the same. If you play bad, I'm going to call you out on that. When you play good, I'm going to give you props on that. It shouldn't matter how you play. All I'm asking is, if you're going to keep that energy for Lamar Jackson, keep it for Tom Brady too. Keep it for every single quarterback in the league. That's all I'm saying too. That's all I'm saying right there. If you're going to talk bad about one quarterback, talk bad about all of them when they have bad games. Just don't pick and choose who you're going to talk bad about. It's that simple to me. Like every time somebody play bad, I'm gonna talk bad about them. I'm gonna say what really on my fucking mind. If people don't like it, then I don't give a fuck. It kills me that you you pick and choose on what quarterback you choose to show love to, and you choose the one who you ain't gonna show love to. And I think the main reason why people still don't give Lamar Jackson the respect he rightly deserves because they still pissed off that he didn't change position as a running back to a quarter to a wide receiver. And it seems like to me they love it when he loses. When he loses, they love talking shit about him. But when he wins, they're like, oh man, we got praise to do for this whole week. I don't like doing this. Like, I don't like praising to do it. Dude get on my nerves. Like, why we got to praise this guy? And you could look at everything. You should look at they kind of do the thing with Black Prescott too. They do the same thing for him too. When he wins, they praise him, but when he loses, they always hear, "Oh, he got empty sacks, empty sacks." How come he didn't do that at the beginning of the game? How come he didn't do that at the beginning of the game? But when Aaron Rodgers wins the game, they praise him to the highest mountain, talking about, "Oh, that's the baddest man on the planet, the greatest throwing quarterback of all time." But when he loses, you think they're gonna talk bad about him? No, it ain't gonna be Aaron Rodgers' fault. It's gonna be the old line fault. It's gonna be the defense fault. It's gonna be the coach's fault. I'm like, he went out there. Aaron Rodgers did have to go out there and play a bad game. Think about it. The first game of the season. Did they talk? Did they pray? Did they talk bad? All they talk about is, oh, Aaron Rodgers don't want to be there no more. That's why he played the way he played. What about the fact that the New Orleans came up with a great game plan, a great defensive game plan to stop Aaron Rodgers? How about Aaron Rodgers and didn't throw the ball right? Had a bad game? No. Like, look at this game right now. Aaron Rodgers is it's a 3-0 game late in the third quarter. Right now, Aaron Rodgers, he has not looked that great today. Russell Wilson has not looked great today either. Yeah, Russell's coming back from injury. Rodgers coming back from the protocol. But do you actually believe if they win this game, they're gonna talk about that? No, they're gonna praise Rodgers for, well, it was a great defensive game. Rodgers came back and still is that bad man. Are they gonna praise the defense right there? Are they gonna praise that defensive back of making a key play in the game when he picked off Russell Wilson in the end zone? No, they ain't gonna talk about that. They ain't gonna talk about how the Packers defense been playing great almost this whole season. It's gonna be all about Rodgers this, Rodgers that, and Rodgers. They talk about football as a team sport. To me, right now, it's an individual sport because they're gonna praise certain quarterbacks. They're not gonna praise the ones who are playing great this year, decent enough this year. That's why I keep on saying I think Dak is the MVP this year, but he's not going to get it. They're gonna probably end up giving it to Rodgers or Brady, which to me is unfair. And if Derrick Henry wouldn't get hurt, he probably be in attendance for the MVP himself because he about to break Eric Dixon's record. He about to set a record. Do I believe I believe right now the Cowboys probably the best team in the NFC, but I bet different because it make you kind of wonder when they get in the playoffs, are they going to get a fair shake in the playoffs? Because they're going to have to face either Green Bay Packers or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You know that's going to be the case. And I'm looking at the main schedules on both sides. I'm pretty sure it's going to probably come down to Tennessee or Baltimore getting that number one seed in the playoffs. And the same thing is going to happen that always happens in AFC. If the Baltimore get the number one seed, end up winning their first round game, end up winning their playoff game, and even playing in the AFC Championship game, and Lamar Jackson lose that game, they're gonna talk about, oh, Lamar can't win the big one. He can't make his Super Bowl. See, Aaron Rodgers threw an intercept in the end zone. Adam got it. That was a bad throw by Rodgers. So both the quarterbacks right now are playing bad. Rodgers and Wilson are playing bad right now. Are they going to talk about that tomorrow on TV? No, they're not going to do that. Are they going to talk about how Rodgers is not throwing that ball and take the sack? Are they going to talk about how Russell Wilson should not throw the ball he threw, but take the sack? Hoping you would tie the game up. I'm telling you, it's politics. It's politics when it comes to not only football, basketball, and baseball. It's politics. It's politics now. Let's go back. Who got the biggest jersey sale? Who's too popular right now? Let's make sure that guy go make a deep playoff run. Let's make sure that guy wins. I hate that it's like that right now, but it is what it is. Like that's what they talking about. But mainly what it is when it comes to football right now. And let me hit on this whole Scottie Pippen situation again. Scottie, Jordan had one job. That was to go out there and win games. Mainly win games. He wasn't there to baby y'all. He wasn't there to kiss y'all asses. He did what he needed to do, what he felt he needed to do. And you don't like the fact that he didn't basically work with you, kiss your butt when he said time and time again, "Hey man, like I couldn't win the championship without Scottie Pippen. I wouldn't did nothing like it without Scottie Pippen." He praised you all the time and time again. He didn't praise you on the last dance. I think, didn't he speak for you during the Hall of Fame speech? And you turned your back on the man like this because you want to sell a damn book? All this to sell a book? Man, you got to get over yourself, Scottie. You were not one of the best players in the league. You were lucky to be on that 50 all-time list. You were lucky to be part of those championship teams because, you talking about I want to be traded because I ain't getting paid enough. Nobody didn't tell you sign that deal. You did it on your damn own. So stop crying like a bitch So you felt like you were won those championship without Michael Jordan. Even though we have seen time and time again that was never the case with you. You could not lead the team by yourself like Michael could. You could not do the things that Michael could. You was a bad shooter, a bad mid-range shooter. You were great on defense. You're great on defense. You were great on playing point forward for the Chicago Bulls. Is that a fumble? That what you great as. Jordan did what Jordan was supposed to do in the game. That was get buckets, which he did. Play defense the best he could, and keep his teammates motivated, angry. So what if they didn't like his ass? They were winning with his ass. So nobody is not supposed to love your teammate. It ain't like that. People play together that they don't get along. People don't get along with. I'm pretty sure with time Montana and Wright didn't get along, but they still won together. Right? Montana still made sure that Wright got the ball, and Jerry Wright caught the ball. Montana threw at him. And Deion Sanders and Jerry Rice never got along, but for that year they got along. They went out and won that Super Bowl for that year. It's plenty of times in history that teammates never did like each other. I saw a video from Two Raw today. He's talking about how Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig was great of friends and their wives didn't like each other, but they was Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth was driving forces for the Yankees offense around that time. Because but not only both of them can hit, but basically they can hit for average, hit for home runs, get RBIs. The only thing that really mattered was what? Winning championships. Shouldn't that matter in first place? So what, you don't like your teammate? So what, you don't get along? As long as you winning championships, it's nothing else to the matter. It's about your legacy. Like, don't you want to have a legacy? Don't you want to be remembered for the next 20 to 30 years? All I'm saying is, man, don't have don't have energy for one other quarterback if you ain't gonna have this energy for the other quarterback. Don't talk shit about Lamar Jackson if you ain't gonna talk shit about Tom Brady. That's mainly what I'm saying. You cannot keep on picking and choosing on who you gonna talk bad about. Like Lamar knows nobody, none of these people who Lamar knows. He knows that certain people don't like his style of play. He knows that people want him to fail. He knows that because not only I don't know if it's because they don't want Lamar to beat their favorite team, their favorite player. They don't want to see a black quarterback have success in the NFL. And don't tell me Mahomes is a true brother, a true black quarterback, because he's not all the way black. He's half white, half black. So don't go up there and tell me that. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing a true brother in the NFL be the face of the NFL. A brother winning multiple Super Bowls. A true brother. But you want to know, but I'm gonna probably end up getting comments on this. I'm probably end up getting comments on the video on this last time out. Oh man, shut up, man. It ain't about race. It ain't about that. Really? If you don't see it ain't about race right now, where the hell your head at? Where is it at? Don't you want a brother? Don't you want kids to grow up as to see a brother in the NFL winning multiple Super Bowls, doing great, proving the narrative that black men can be quarterbacks in the league, because they have said for years that they can't. Don't you want to see a black man who can do that? So look, 300. Because I want to and this thing about I like Lamar Jackson for what he did at University of Louisville. I like what he's doing in the NFL right now. But I would love to see a brother win multiple Super Bowls. I would love to see a brother who can basically who can basically win multiple MVPs. I would like to see a black man who almost look like me be the face of the NFL. I don't want to but are we gonna see that? Never, no, because because the NFL don't work like that. The NFL is still a slave mentality. If you ain't almost like real light, they don't give a damn about you. Basically, that's what it is. The system Lamar plays in right now is bullshit. They don't respect his arm. They doing the same to Lamar that they did to Cam Newton right now. They don't get Lamar can throw the ball, but they don't let him rip it. What they should be doing, because if you look at that game Thursday night, man, some of the play calls they called in that game was horrible. That was a horrible play call game. Why you see them stopping the run and bubble screens? Why would you keep on calling that bullshit? Last couple of times when you play Miami Dolphins, you were going down the field on them, throwing deep passes on them, ripping them apart. How come you did not do that in the game Thursday night? And that narrative, and they gonna and what after that game, what they do? They talk shit about Lamar Jackson, how it was his fault that they lost that game. So it's Lamar's fault because he was caught. Was he the one calling the plays in the huddle? Because the offensive coordinator told him to run the plays. I've been saying that for years because they barely trying to get him any weapons around him. They and you telling me a man whose lifetime record is 43-10 is winning with what he got right now. Okay, now today's game, the Buccaneers lost to a bad team. They lost to Washington Redskins. Now, you think was that Brady? Who fault with that today? Was it Brady's fault or the offensive coordinator's fault? Because if they gonna go out there and blame Lamar for that loss, you got to blame Brady for the loss too. Because Brady threw two interceptions in that game. Brady had only like what 220 yards passing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, man. Like you gotta if you're gonna blame if you're gonna talk about Lamar losing the game, why don't you talk about the coordinator the way they called the game, the way they played the game on both sides, the offense and defense side. You should do that for the you should do that for the Buccaneer too. But they're not gonna blame Tom Brady, they're gonna blame the coordinators. They're gonna say, well, if the coordinator would did it, well, we didn't have no A. Well, if AB Runt would play, they would have won the game. It shouldn't matter. If Tom Brady is so great, it shouldn't matter who didn't play the game. It shouldn't matter who he had on that field. It shouldn't matter. Tom Brady. Remember, I've been hearing for years. Tom Brady can take anybody and win with them. He can go to any team and win with them. Like, look at the difference in the like. Who you think is the best quarterback this year, 300? Because I think that should be the it should be the lead for the MVP this year. But I feel like he's not gonna get it because he's not Tom Brady or not Aaron Rodgers. And when you look at, I'm watching this game right now. This Seattle and Green Bay game. Both quarterbacks been playing hard for it. And when it comes down to it, who you really gonna actually give it to, Aaron Rodgers or Dak Prescott? Yeah, I hate the Cowboys too, but you gotta respect that the way Dak's been playing this year. Yeah, they will probably give it to Rodgers. Even this too, 300. If Lamar leads the team to the Super Bowl and they end up on losing the game, losing the Super Bowl by a touchdown or a field goal, are they gonna praise Lamar going to the Super Bowl? Are they gonna talk shit about him about losing the Super Bowl? Because I've been hearing since he been in the league, like, oh, he can't make the Super Bowl. If he can't play, if he can't make the Super Bowl, he ain't a great quarterback. Like Lamar doing what he asked for, what y'all want him to do. He went to the playoff. He won the playoff game. That still wasn't enough. He got to go Super Bowl. If he can't go Super Bowl, exactly, man. Like it's at a point. It's at where Lamar can't do no right in their eyes because they still pissed off about him not wanting to change position, still not want to be a running back, didn't want to be a wide receiver, wanted to be a quarterback. At this point, you got. At this point, I think about it like this. This year, the Super Bowl probably gonna end up being the Buccaneers and whoever in the AFC now, because they've been talking about this about the Buccaneers taking the Patriots in the Super Bowl. They want to actually see a Belichick and Brady versus each other Super Bowl this year. And that happens, I'm gonna be pissed. Like, what about the two best teams in the league goes to Super Bowl this year? Why it gotta be like why it gotta be Brady versus Belichick in Super Bowl? Why it gotta be that at the like? I don't want to see that. I want to see the two best teams who deserve to be in the Super Bowl. Yeah, Lamar, like Stephen A say the same damn thing all the time about Lamar. Yeah, Lamar box office, but I don't want him as my quarterback. I get tired of that. I get tired of the way they treat him other than other players in the league. They make it seem like Brady can get away with a whole lot of bullshit that other players can't get away with. They make sure Brady has everything he needs to win where other guys don't. Don't get me wrong. If you have a supermodel wife and you had probably the best defense almost every year for the last 20 years, of course you're gonna get a whole lot of perks, a whole lot of assets, a whole lot of stuff to get you won't get away with. And I know people gonna probably come on and saying, "Oh, you hating, man? You hating? You like Soldier goat some respect." He ain't no damn goat. He's not my goat. I still feel like Montana was way better than him. Like if Montana had to do it with the rules, the way the rules was at the back in the day. Montana had to do it where if you get hit one time, you can break your leg, you can break your neck. What the way the league is now, you can't do shit. Basically, if you try to touch the quarterback, they throw a 50-yard flag on you, a penalty. So I'm like, of course Brady gets, Brady is able to play almost like 50 years old. Brady is the type of guy who's gonna probably end up playing till like 50 years old because you can't touch the quarterback. If they would still have the same rules today they had back then, Brady would be retired by now. It's like in the league today, they protect certain quarterbacks. They don't protect other quarterbacks. Like you can watch some. You can see Lamar running out of bounds on the play, but and get hit and not get a flag call. But if Brady did the same thing, they would probably show 2 flags. It'd probably be a 15 back to back. Lamar says he don't want to run, but they trying to force him to run. He want to be a pocket quarterback. And you have seen in game, Lamar can't throw from the pocket. He can't hit receivers. He can't read defenses. But for some damn reason, Jim Harbaugh, the offensive coordinator, want to keep on make him a running quarterback. Like Lamar right now is what, top 5 in passing, top 10 in rushing. But do people still believe he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league? Nope. Other guys on YouTube don't believe it. They still talking about he's overrated. He ain't shit. Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, Mahomes almost do the same thing Lamar Jackson do, but they get praised for it. Why is that? What's the difference between them and Lamar Jackson? Why do people on YouTube praise them, but they don't praise Lamar Jackson the same way? I thought it was about winning football games. Ain't that the main thing you're supposed to do when you play in the NFL, win games? Shouldn't it be about winning games? It shouldn't be about what type of style you're playing, putting up numbers and all that, right? When Captain was playing the league and winning the way he was, why wouldn't like was that a bad thing the way you were playing? Like was that a bad thing the way he was playing the league? But Captain was out there winning games. He wasn't costing his team games. He went out there and won game the best way he could. And the way he been playing, and the way Lamar Jackson been playing since he's been a starting quarterback in the league, has he? Look at his overall record. It what 44 and 10, 44 wins and 10 losses, 10. And he's only like he's not even 25 yet. Just think about it. When Lamar Jackson became a starting quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, that's what I've been saying for years. They're not going to give him no athletes around him. They're not going to give him what he needs. So he got to win the best way he can. Do you actually believe Hollywood Brown is the number 1 receiver in the league? You actually believe, like, all those injuries they had this year on the offensive side of the ball. And he's still out there winning games. He's still out there leading his team to wins. Even comeback wins, they say he couldn't do. He has, and they have came back from games and won. What the hell? This bullshit Adele one night. Sure, I ain't gonna watch this shit. I'm telling you, man. I know once I end this live, I'm gonna hear some bullshit from Lamar fans who don't like him. Think I'm talking crazy. I'm just saying what really is what it really is about. Y'all have to see what's really going on here. What they really trying to do. See, Russell Wilson to another pick. But are they gonna talk about his bad performance? Are they gonna talk about how he went out there and looked like a chump today? That's the problem with Russell Wilson and Mahomes this year. They're trying to go for the big play instead of making the right pass plays. Like you don't need all of it. You can get like you're trying to prove what you trying to prove this year. Like y'all better than Brady and Rodgers. You don't need the big play. Make the right play. Make the smart play. You gotta be smart with the ball. Why? Don't be surprised if Mahomes get picked off at least one or two times tonight. Don't be surprised if he get picked off one or two times because he gonna try to go for the big play instead of making a smart play. They all like because everybody talking about how Kansas City offense has not been looking right this whole season. No, Mahomes been trying to they pumped up Mahomes like he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time over the past couple of years. But Mahomes is not making the right smart plays in the game like he used to over the years. I know I just saw it. I'm talking about Mahomes and I'm talking about Mahomes and the Rays Kansas City played the Rays tonight in Las Vegas. Mahomes is going to try to make the big play right away. to Tyreek Hill when he's probably going to be double covered, which he going to end up throwing like 1 or 2 picks because Mahomes feel like he's going to try to prove like I'm still one of the best quarterbacks in the league. No, you just got to play it smart, bro. You don't got salute T Price. If y'all want to come up, or if y'all want to come up, I'm gonna put the link in the chat room. I'm the second fast man. Like, if you don't talk bad about one guy, you got to keep that same energy for everybody else too. You just can't be picking and choosing. Your Steelers should have did a better job. Your Steelers should have did a better job getting a quarterback. Like what your Steelers doing right now is like holding on to being that long instead of drafting a quarterback like 2 or 3 years ago. It's kind of messed up, bro. You got Mason Rudolph as your backup. Come on, man. You got and some of the play calling in that game was ridiculous. Like I don't understand what they're trying to do. Of course, he needs to go. Ben never did take care of his body like he needed to either. When you can't move like you was when you were 25 years old and you were like almost 40 years old, you gotta go. Sad, Pittsburgh should be more of a running team because that was what they were built on for years, being a great running team. When the moment y'all lost y'all number 1 receiver for the season, y'all should have ran the ball more with y'all running backs. You got to think about over the years, Steelers had never had a great receiving core. They always had great running backs. But is AB the all-time leading receiver of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Really, what really messed with your team was when really AB should still be in Pittsburgh right now, man. Like the way they treated him towards the end was kind of fucked up. You supposed to have your teammates back. You supposed to have the organization didn't have his back. To me, Pittsburgh and the head coach and all of them didn't have AB back at the time. AB was the reason why they won some of those games at the time. The reason, yeah, you're right about that. John Gruden suing the NFL. Yeah, what's going to happen with that situation? He's gonna probably end up getting being paid that to go away. The fact you like, do you like where your Pittsburgh Steelers looking where they at right now? Do you like the fact that you got old ass quarterback who trying to lead y'all to Super Bowl? Like if you was the owner of the Pittsburgh Steelers, what would you want? What would you like to have see happen with your Pittsburgh Steelers? Because I still think y'all defense is top notch. It's just y'all offense. Your offenses have had problems. Like if y'all supposed to be, our offense supposed to put up. See, y'all should at least have a good enough quarterback where y'all put up 28 points a game. And have you been watching college ball this year? What QB you think is going to be good enough to play for your Pittsburgh Steelers? I don't see one this year in college football. I'll let you trade for Deshaun Watson, because if y'all trade for Deshaun Watson, that'd be a great situation right there. What y'all need to do is, if y'all can get Deshaun Watson and get him, um, sign or draft another running back. This time, get a Jerome Bennett type of running back to help with the other running back in the field. Because and plus the wide receiver situation. If y'all can get a great running game where y'all can like great clock management, just let the defense do their job, then y'all gonna be the most dangerous team in that division. Because that was Pittsburgh always has always been built on great running game and great defenses. They're the reason why they won 4 Super Bowls in the '70s with Terry Bradshaw. Because Frank Clark, the Steelers had one of the greatest quarterback, Frank O'Hara. Frank O'Hara was one of the best running backs in the league in his time. just like the reason why Seattle ain't the same Seattle they've been because they don't got no running game now, and they defense is suspect because they went all in on Russell Wilson, and this was the result you got. Like you gave Russell Wilson all that money on a new deal, and this is what this what y'all got now. And Lamar Jackson is about to get paid now. Let's see how good of a quarterback he really is when you don't got that great defense behind you. And right now, it's showing signs that the Baltimore Ravens defense is not going to be that great. And with Hollywood Brown's contract coming up real soon, I would not be surprised if they don't resign him to a deal. Uh, don't resign Hollywood Brown to a deal. They make that kid they draft out of Minnesota the #1 wide receiver. Don't be surprised you see Hollywood Brown playing somewhere else when his deal is up. Like all that money Dallas paid for Prescott, Elliott, and those receivers and multiple people on the offensive side, they better play in at least one Super Bowl or get there. Like like I'm Jerry Jones, I paid this much money and y'all still can make a Super Bowl, then what the fuck I pay all this money for then? Like y'all held out for me to pay this money to y'all, but y'all still can't get to the Super Bowl. Like what's going on here? It's like y'all like if I'm an owner and y'all want me to pay this certain amount of money, what up, Phil? Like if I'm an owner and y'all want me to pay this certain amount of money and y'all still can't make to the Super Bowl, y'all still can't make to the NFC Championship game, then what the fuck I'm paying all this money for then? Seriously, why am I paying this money to y'all? Y'all don't. Yeah, he gonna get Metcalf gonna probably end up getting fined. I understand you're frustrated, man, but you gotta be smarter than that. Why does Metcalf look like little Nas X? Like seriously, bro. What's the deal with the blue hair? I'm just saying, come on, man. Why? other than Rodman, man, why would a black man want to get light blue hair? And you got two nose rings. So New England beat Cleveland. Wow, not surprised. Yeah, if they play Green Bay or the Buccaneers, they're gonna probably get put out. But because you know how this works in the NFL. If you ain't Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, then you ain't gonna get no chance. If y'all didn't feel like um Seattle about to be blanket is about to go into damn what about to go a full game without throwing any points. And they felt like Russell Wilson was ready to play today after coming back from an injury. No, Phil, I think the same thing that happened to Prescott happened to Russell Wilson tonight. Remember, Dak would come back from injury, just like Russell Wilson would come back from injury, and both of them were kind of rusty, and it showed today. I think last week Dak was just trying to get his name back in the MVP hunt. Even though I feel like he should be the lead candidate for the MVP. So it happens, Phil. It happens. Like it be days like it like I never thought I actually see a team like named Lamar actually beat the Louisville Cardinal basketball team on Friday night, man. Like I don't that didn't make no damn sense to me. So yeah, this game's over. 12 seconds left to go. Like, yeah, what you gonna do? Throw a Hail Mary in the end zone? Thanks, Phil. I really appreciate that. The next games after this is the Sunday night game is Kansas City versus the Raiders. Like your Lakers already played, Phil. Yeah, Kansas City plays the Raiders on NBC tonight. Yeah, right now the Saints, whew, they don't got no quarterback. And that ball game, 17-0, Green Bay wins. Um, right now I'm seeing the highlight from the Redskins Buccaneers game. Ooh. Hey, it was a defense job to try to stop them, try to stop Washington from going down the field, but they did, and they lost 29-19. All right, Phil. Yeah, I'm probably about to be out myself, guys. Like, I gotta take a shower and jump. I gotta take a shower. I'm gonna probably sit back and watch this Kansas City and Raiders game. I want to thank Phil 300 for coming by. I want to thank T Price. I want to say thank Phil for the donation. Thank for all support. Everybody else been giving me so far. Other than that, hit that like button, hit that share button, get the notification, let people know about the channel. I'll see you guys later. All right, peace out.